Well, with me is Kayode Ogundumisi, and he actually campaigned for Buhari during the elections. Tell me, how do you think he's done in this 100 days so far?
Let me put it this way. It's like you have an old car with a new engine. There's been a lot of revving of the engine, but no movement so far. Nigerians are happy that they've got a new engine in this old car, but I think it could have been better. It's not done badly, but a little bit of momentum will be pleasing to Nigerians.
Okay, let's just take a listen to what some Nigerians have been telling us about how they feel he's done.
He's really doing well in terms of his anti-corruption campaign. And it's been long we've been hearing of this anti-corruption, but nobody has been brought to book.
A lot of people are sitting up now. It's not business as usual anymore. People are careful of what they do, and I believe a lot of funds are being brought back into the Nigerian pocket.
Indicating to Nigerians that there is zero tolerance for corrupt practices, and that at the same time is willing to follow and do things by the rule of law rather than military dispatch.
So kind of a mixed bag of responses there, but something that came up was the issue of corruption, and that's one of his election pledges. Now today he's published his own assets, told everyone how much he has in the bank to try and sort of promote transparency. Do you think he's gone far enough?
Well, I think it's gone far. Has it gone far enough? I don't think so. People expected that with the reputation he's got as a strict anti-corruption campaigner, that first day in office, declare your asset, make it public, and then it's come this far. Nigerians are quite happy. But what we're seeing is just a summary of his assets. We need, Nigerians are demanding for a full declaration where we'll be able to put the maths together.
So when you say a full declaration, I mean, we know that he has less than $150,000 in the bank, owns 5 homes. It's a lot compared to what a lot of Nigerians have, but, you know, some people might consider it, you know, small change. What more would you have liked to have seen? That
is quite impressive, you know, when you compare him to past leaders. I think he's one of the poorest when you do a comparison analysis of what he's got now. But he would want the complete forms is submitted to the commission that is in charge of asset declaration, so that people can not just say it's not just 5 homes. What are they worth? Is it what? Is it 5 mod houses worth $100?
So you want to be able to sort of
so that when we're looking at other people, the big corrupt people, will be able to say we did this to our president. We should be able to look at your case too in detail.
Is it really fair to judge him by this 100-day marker? I mean, he himself said during his campaign, I'm not a miracle worker. Anybody who expects me to turn around miracles is just not living in the real world.
To be fair to President Buhari, he's changed the attitude of Nigerians. People are now very conscious of the fact that if you do something wrong, there's a president that will stand with the rule of law and is not going to bend the rules. He gave a very clear warning to his family members. If you're caught to be involved in corrupt practices, I'm going to let the law take place. And that's the message the international community expects from a Nigerian leader, and that is good enough. But we want a little bit a step further. He should be able to now get people to court. It's not just a matter of telling Nigerians that people are stealing, that we want them in court to face trial.
I'll tell you something. It seems to me, I mean, I'm South African, and I often look at Nigeria, and I feel that with its potential, with the capacity of the people, with its natural resources, its human resources, it really ought to have stepped into this role as the giant of Africa quite a while ago. Do you think it's fair to say that it seems that it really hasn't quite got there yet?
It hasn't got there yet. It's not even, our potentials are quite huge, and the problem is actually not the problem with leadership. Nigerians themselves, we need to look at ourselves and take a step forward.
What needs to happen?
Exemplary leadership, and then citizens taking responsibility. If you start paying your tax, you stop cutting corners, and you just don't blame government, you also take responsibility. If you don't give bribes, people won't take bribes, and those are the kind of things that should come up even from citizens within Nigeria.
So you're saying really, okay, you need effective leadership, but really the citizenry needs to take a hold of this and almost lead the leadership.
We need to take ownership of our country. It's not just a matter of the 1% telling us what to do, but as a people saying this is what we want. And if we take a stand and we stop corrupt practices, then the minority 1% will listen to the Nigerian people.
Right, that's very, very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people would have a lot to say in reaction to this, but thank you very much. Kayode Ogundumisi, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks.